Hey, how's it going? My name's DeAndre Jones. Just a little quick vlog from 7 pointers that I discovered reading this book pretty recently. It's called Mastery by Robert Greene. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this Robert Greene. He's also written a book called 48 Laws of Power. I think it's like 48 Laws of seduction and things like that. But also the 50th Law. That's a really great book as well. He co-wrote that with 50 Cent. If you get a chance to check that out, you really should. It was really valuable, on becoming an effective leader and things. But anyway, this is a book basically to anyone who wants to master really any craft other than, well, not other than, but really anyone that wants to master any craft, whether it be parkour, freerunning, or just anything else in life. And he brings up 7 daily realities with they're basically 7 pointers that people tend to fail to realize, and it causes them to not be successful in the field that they're pursuing. And I took some notes on it, and I thought I'll share it with you guys. Maybe you'll find it useful. I know I found it useful. I implemented a lot of the pointers that he stated. I implemented a lot of it into my training and just myself, just trying to better myself as a person. So yeah, these 7 pointers. I'm gonna go through each one by one, but first I'm just gonna list every single one. First one being envy. Second, conformism, rigidity, self-obsessiveness, laziness, flightiness, and passive aggression. Envy, the very first point, is basically just comparing yourself to other people. Seeing their skill, where they're at in life. You tend to envy that person or be jealous of that person and put yourself down, thinking you can never go to that level or be that person, and they're just happen to be lucky. Nothing in life is due to luck. It's partly due to luck, but it's about being in a position to succeed when the situation presents itself to you. And so it's very important to keep away from being envy. Also keep away from boosting yourself so highly that you allow other people to envy you, because people will do things to maybe sabotage your success or judge you and try to put you down, and you don't want that type of quality in your life. You only want to speak positive things and to move forward and such. So yeah, envy being the first point. For number 2, conformism. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what that is. Maybe it's working a dead-end job because you need to meet ends, or doing a career path or a field because somebody said it was the right one to do for you. Someone made that path for you to pursue. Also the fear of lack of money can tend to make people conform into doing things they don't wish to do, and it's really sad, really. But basically anything you want to do, if you want to be successful at it, you have to stay focused and not conform to what other people think, because it doesn't matter. It's not their vision, it's yours. So they're not, of course, they're not going to see it until it becomes tangible. But it'll never be tangible until it's first tangible in your mind, in your mindset. So yeah. Number 3, rigidity. That seems to be, at least for personal experience, a big issue in my life. Is I tend to set habits and tend not to break them, either when I'm doing something not related to parkour or freerunning, or when I'm freerunning. I tend to stick to things that are comfortable and things that are basically typical habits that I've created over time. And you have to realize, with wanting to advance in anything, you have to remain uncomfortable and allow new ideas to flow into your mind and give everything a shot. Because you don't want to set routines and habits, because there's no progression there. You plateau. If you want to keep climbing, you have to remain uncomfortable and do things that scare you and try new things. So yeah, that was a really big issue with me personally. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. I recently just started, taking a mental note every time I train to try something new, or if someone does something I find appealing, I don't just say, oh man, they could do that, I wish I could do that. I go out and try to do it as well, and it tends to be working out greatly. I find myself progressing a lot more lately, and I'm really happy. So okay, so point number 4, self-obsessiveness. That kind of goes on to what I said about envy, not to speak so highly of yourself that other people also envy you as well. Just try not to be so wrapped up in your own world, and that although you may be talented and great and may do amazing things, you're still a human being, you know, and everyone can get to the same level you're at through trial and error and practice. So don't think so highly of yourself that you refuse to teach other people what you've learned, or you can't find, you know, positivity or instructiveness in anything anyone else says. You take criticism too hard, and also this quality can also lead into rigidity if you're not careful. So you know, self-obsessiveness, you know, it's all just an ego thing, you know, especially with this sport, parkour freerunning, where we try to be nice and invite everyone in, and you know, we have such a different outlook on life than most people. It's very important to you know, to keep the ego stuff at the door, especially when you're going to jams and things like that, and talking to other people and trying to instruct other people. You know, everyone has something to learn, and everyone is special in their own way, and you have to see that. Number 5, laziness. I don't even think I have to say much about that. You can't get anywhere if you don't do it, you know. Everything takes a single step. You won't achieve anything without first, you know, venturing out into the unknown and doing it. But if you refuse to lack the motivation to do so, you'll never get anywhere in life. And that's a really important lesson, or, you know, piece of wisdom to ingest into your, you know, your body and your mind, to refuse to be lazy. You know, sometimes you're not going to feel like doing it. Sometimes you're not going to be, you know, you're going to feel like you have a million things to do. There's no possible way you can have a chance to, you know, work out or train or hang out with this person or hang out with family, spend time with other people, or go to work or things like that. And you kind of just have to push through that, you know, realize that you're working for something bigger than yourself, and being lazy will not get you where you would like to be. So, step 6. I believe when I was doing the intro I said fightiness, but I meant to say flightiness as the 6th daily reality, and that really has to do with dealing with other people, or, you know, maybe within yourself. Sometimes, you know, you come up with an idea to do something and it's great, and you really want to progress in that idea. You may find it lucrative or you know, positive in your life, and you try to pitch it to other people, and they're down to do it, and they're excited about it. But, you know, maybe like the next day or the next week, you know, while you're going through the motions of doing that goal, they tend to you know, back off or be too scared, or you see that the challenge is bigger than what you originally planned it to be, and people started to leave you, and basically that flight response, it's all fear, basically what it comes down to. And that it can be really harmful with your success. You know, any goal that you have, you can't fear, well, you can fear, but you can't allow fear to stop you. That is the biggest, that's basically the biggest roadblock anyone faces when they're trying to progress in any goal or aspect in their life. You know, there's many quotes on fear, you know, fear nothing but fear itself and things like that, but that seems to be the biggest obstacle people have. They'll see something that they're scared to do and back off, and that goes directly into parkour and freerunning. You see a new movement you want to try, or a new jump that you want to try, but you can't seem to commit to it, and that's just all fear in your head. So you tend to, you know, try to identify that, and what I'm trying to say, just try to identify when you are backing away from something because you are scared, and sit down and think of all the positive reasons why you're doing what you're doing, and you'll find it to be encouraging. You'll be able to continue forward. So, last point is passive aggression, and that's just the direct cause of not liking confrontation, or avoiding what needs to be said. Basically, that kind of goes hand in hand with conformism, things like that. You know, people challenge your beliefs or challenge your dream or your vision or your goal, and you tend to avoid, you know, confrontation or argument, and so you back away and kind of go into your shell, and that can also lead into flightiness, which makes you, you know, give up on your dream or your goal. It's very important to recognize passive aggression in yourself. I have that problem a lot. I tend to, you know, try to avoid arguments and try to be nice to everyone and kind to everybody. And I have to realize, you know, sometimes what needs to be said just needs to be said. You know, you just gotta say what you mean to say, in the words of John Mayer. But you just gotta, you know, something's bothering you, or you feel like there's a problem, or or you may have a solution to a problem, but you're too scared of what other people might say. You need to just realize that you should just, you know, express how you feel, because there's nothing wrong with how you feel. You know, that's true to yourself. You know, people in this day and age tend to, you know, ignore their feelings or ignore their emotions as a sign of weakness, but you know, it's not necessarily a sign of weakness. It's just who you are. So I tend to do that a lot, and I've been working on that a lot lately. But you know, find out what you're being passive aggressive about, identify it as it's happening, and attack that problem head on. So yeah, that was just a quick vlog on you know, a couple points that I got out of the book Mastery. There's a couple more points in there that I definitely agree with, and I would like to share with other people that are willing to listen. You don't have to agree with it, but you know, I found it useful through practice. You know, I actually have real experience where I've used the points I found in this book and seen, you know, definite progress and positivity in my life. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Like, comment, subscribe, and talk to you later. Oh, also, this is the book, again, Mastery by Robert Greene. If you ever, you know, at a library or something, pick it up for free, maybe buy it. I also have the audiobook as well. I read that. Well, I didn't read it, but I listened to it, you know, while I'm working or doing other things. So you can find that on Audible. So yeah, thank you.